Judy Dread TV, welcome back. I'm Specs. More transfer updates, rumours, and actual facts. Minteh, 18-year-old Minteh, has signed from Adents, but he'll go on loan to Feyenoord. Ain't heard much about him or seen much, but I'll be doing my research as we do. But I have heard about talks for the last few weeks about this 18-year-old. To be honest with you, he looks about 28. It's kind of giving me that whole Obafemi Martins vibes when we found out a year or two after he went to Birmingham, and there's other players you find out about. They say they're one age, but they're like 10 years older. Madness. And I heard it's about 7 mil or 7 million euros for this youngster. He looks about 28. He probably is 28. I don't know. But I hope they've done their due diligence. You always hear about these things. Sometimes they get born or they some mix up in their paperwork. I don't know how that works anyway. Sounds all dodge anyway, but they say he's 18. He does not look 18. But anyway, 18-year-old, he must be a decent prospect. I'm starting to clock Newcastle United kind of doing that thing where they either trying or are doing getting potential youngsters for the future or hoping they've got a future or some kind of sell-on clause or some kind of, they've got a plan, they've got a project with these youngsters like QO, the Australian international, the youngster went to Hearts, didn't really go to plan in people's eyes, even though QO was happy with how things went. But I can see they're getting youngsters, potential youngsters that must be decent. They're not going to buy youngsters for the sake of it and loaning them. And to be on loan to Feyenoord, decent Eredivisie Dutch team, so must be something about him. But I'll do more research. But I've heard him speak about him, and I heard through Fabrizio Romani, can't pronounce his name, the source, one of the big major sources in world football, that we signed him. And I was like, okay. And then I see on the official Instagram of Newcastle United the picture of Minteh that he's signing. Also, Wolfsburg player, Nmecha, can't pronounce his name, but he used to play for Man City. He was on Man City's books, was highly rated youngster. Most people I've heard about him, but I keep hearing we're looking to make a formal bid for him. I know about him, I've seen him play. He's in Wolfsburg now, he's doing his thing. And I thought, you know what, that's not a bad shout, if it is true. He's a German international, and at one point, as I said, he was on the books of Man City. He was part of their product. And not any player gets to be part of the Man City product. So yeah, that's kind of interesting that we're supposedly looking at him. And even as I said before, I can see they're trying to get young players, even younger ones, and we're obviously trying to do things in different ways than just going out and buying big names and so-called has-beens and just for the sake of it. No, we're doing things different. But on to Maddison, it seems like we're still linked with him. There's supposed to be a race between Spurs and Newcastle. Some say he wants to go to Newcastle, some say he wants to go to London, etc., the training ground and blah, blah, blah. But we're in the Champions League. They can't even offer him Europa Conference. We're in the Champions League. Why not? He deserves to be on that stage, England international. And for me, to even get, if I'm correct, and correct me if I'm wrong, in 30 Premier League games, he has got 10 goals and 9 assists. Now, for that to be true in a horrendous team this season, like Leicester have been, that is pretty decent. More than decent for me. We know what he can do. Put him in a better setup, better team. Just say decent coaching staff, good coaching Eddie, Tinsdale and the boys. Who knows? The whole feel-good factor. I just think the way we play, don't exactly know exactly where he would play, to be honest. but I know he could bring something. Not just as a squad depth, he will bring something. Would he play every game? Probably not. But that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to build our club, I think. Having some quality competition, and we definitely can't just play 15, 16 same players for the whole season again, especially when in an extra added competitive competition like the Champions League. So I'm hearing apparently Leicester City wants 60 mil. He's part of a relegation team, right or wrong. Is he worth 60 mil right now? Maybe, but why should we pay 60 mil for a player? He's part of a relegation team. And will Newcastle even pay that anyway? Especially when supposedly we've only got 75 mil to spend, apparently. I don't really buy into that, but so be it. What will be, will be. So, on the Maddison links, Nmecha, what do you think of this new signing? Have you done your research? Let me know what you think. Appreciate the likes and subs. Helps to grow the channel. And definitely on this Maddison thing, what's your actual thoughts? Do you think we're that serious about him? Do you think he's going to come? And either way, would you pay 60 mil? Geordie Dread, peace.